guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my curly hair tip to get healthy curly hair. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So with curly hair tends to be really dry compared to straight and wavy hair because we have less hair strands, and because our curly hair is dry we need to make sure our curly hair is moisturized as much as we possibly can. Moisturized hair is the thing we need for our curly hair. So with that, when you're moisturizing your hair, you want to set some TLC time aside for your curly hair, as you really do need to take care of it for it to grow better, to be healthy, because once you really start taking care of your curly hair, the results will come through over a period of time and it will just be amazing. So first things first, because curly hair is dry, the thing that you do need to make sure you're using as much as possible on your curly hair is water. Water is one of the greatest sources out there, and where your hair is dry you need to keep it moisturized, and water helps towards that. I like to use water in a spray bottle like this, and I'll just spritz my hair over in the morning and at night just to keep my hair moisturized with the products that I already got in my hair. Or when I'm trying to apply products onto my hair, I need to make sure that my hair is damp or wet, because if your hair is dry, the products don't get soaked in as well and they won't get that full performance that you need from the products to get really good curly hair. What will happen is that the products will kind of just sort of go in, but it will sit and it will cause your hair to feel dry. Whereas with some water spritzed over your hair and making sure that it's damp, that will open the hair's follicles to allow the products to just soak into your curly hair. So always use a spray bottle of water, and also as well make sure you're drinking plenty of water as well, because you need to make sure that your insides are all going well, keeping hydrated, because then that will also show on the outside with your skin and also with your curly hair. So yeah, water is essential. One of the other essential things for curly hair is deep treatment masks. So this is one that I brought today, and deep treatment masks are a huge must. They really moisturize your hair so well to the point that it will make you think you don't need any other products, but you do need other products as well. But deep conditioners and deep treatment masks are a must in curly hair routine, because what it does, it promotes elasticity and it also nourishes your hair and strengthens your hair as well, and that will help prevent hair damage. So any hair damage that you've got, start using deep treatment masks, because once you start using that over a period of, on a regular basis as well, so depending on your curly hair needs, I usually do it once a week because that's when I wash my hair once a week. But it all depends on what kind of curly hair type you've got, what kind of hair porosity you've got, if your hair's thin or thick, and like workout routines. There's so many factors, but I know some people might need to do it twice a week and other people need to just do it once a week. Just try it out and see what works for you. And with the deep treatment masks like this one, it's got, even here it says hydrate and replenish extra dry hair, and stuff like this is something you need to look out for. And I can't wait to use this. My hair is so dry at the moment and it really needs nourishing, but this is great. And when you use deep treatment masks as well, make sure you cover your hair with like a shower cap. I didn't actually have a shower cap for a little while because I used to be a little bit cheap and I used to forget to buy a shower cap, so you could just use a plastic bag and that works just as well. And you could just use like a hair scarf to just wrap your hair around with it, with the plastic bag over your head, and you can leave that in for about an hour, or sometimes, I would admit, I do sometimes leave my deep conditioners in overnight. It really just depends on what I'm doing, like at the weekend, or if I've got plans and what my curly hair needs. I would admit I do deep treatments overnight more in the winter than I would in the summer, because in the summer my curly hair doesn't really need that much nourishment, whereas in the winter where it's cold and your hair can get damaged in the winter times just because of the atmosphere, I think it's just a lot better to do deep treatments overnight in the winter. And that being said, as well, another thing you can use with deep treatment masks is if you can get like this heating cap. I used to have one, but my one just recently broke. You can get some from Amazon, that's where I've got mine, or I think you can get some from eBay for a good price. I can't remember how much I paid for mine. I think it was £20. But that's really good to really get the deep treatment mask nourished into your curly hair, because what will happen with the heat, it will allow your hair follicles to open up, and when your hair follicles open up, anything that's on it, like a deep treatment mask, will allow the product to go into your hair more easily, therefore giving a better performance of the conditioner and really nourishing your curly hair. So another tip that I have, after using your deep conditioner, one thing I like to use often is a leave-in conditioner. And a leave-in conditioner is a really good thing to make sure you have in your curly hair routine, because also again it moisturizes your hair, but what it also does, it helps detangle your hair. And you need something to help detangle your hair, because you can't just detangle your hair with just water alone and no product. A leave-in conditioner is really good to help promote that detangling process. And with detangling as well, I know everyone has different things they like to do. I know the most popular one amongst curly hair girls is finger detangling. I don't do that with the leave-in conditioner because I find that my hair is very knotty sometimes, and I find that the best way for me to get those knots out really well is using a tangle teaser. I've got the Thick and Curly, and since using this, my hair doesn't tangle as much really. Like, I do get knots here and there, I will admit, but if I finger detangle just on the leave-in conditioner, I don't do this, I find that my hair will just mat worse later in the week. Whereas if I use this works really well. And what I do as well, I don't brush my hair like you see those girls in the adverts or in the shows or movies when they're like just combing it through and it's seamless. What I do is I divide my hair into sections and just work my way through it slowly. I don't rush it, because if you rush, you can easily end up pulling some of your hair out, because when you're rushing you can easily get frustrated that you just like, I just want it to just comb seamlessly, but brush seamlessly, sorry, but that doesn't happen. So just make sure you take your time, and when you're doing it, you would have like just a chunk here and then just work from the bottom up and just do it slowly, and don't tug too hard. If you do come across a knot, try and find that strand out and just keep working through it until you can get that knot out, so you're not tugging it out, because when you tug on your hair, that will cause damage, and of course that weaken that hair strand, and that hair strand could easily come out at a later point. So leave-in conditioner is good. I like to use it as a base before any styling products as well, because I've noticed when I don't use a leave-in conditioner and I just use like a curling cream and a gel or a jelly styling product, it feels moisturised on the first day, but by the third day my hair just gets easily dry. Whereas with a leave-in conditioner, the feeling of my hair lasts till like the 5th day. So like Friday this week, I could feel my hair was getting a bit dry, whereas earlier in the week it was just really moisturised, and that's because of having that leave-in conditioner base first on my curly hair. So yeah, leave-in conditioner is really good. You can get, if you do get ones like a liquidy one, because I know some of them can look creamy like this one, but you can get other ones that are more liquidy, like Kinky Curly. That's a really good one, I will admit. Amazing detangling leave-in conditioner. And another one I'm getting next week from Boots is the Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Detangler. That one's really good, but because it's sort of a liquidy thing, what you can sometimes do as well is you can put some of it in here and then just fill up the rest with water and shake it around, and you can use that as like a refresher spray for your curly hair. Once you've got all your curly hair products in during the styling process of your curly hair routine, what you want to do at the very end is seal it, and the way you seal it is using an oil. Love to use coconut oil. This one is the one I love to use. It's so good. And yeah, just try and make sure it's either extra virgin or virgin raw like this. You do need to make sure you use it at the last stage of once you put in all your curly hair products, because if you do it at the very beginning, after you've washed out your deep conditioner and you put an oil in and then you put the leave-in conditioner, curling cream and jelly, what will happen is, because an oil is coating your hair and it's like a barrier, and if you put any other products into your hair on top of you putting the oil on, after putting the oil on, that product will not go into your hair at all. So the oil is the only thing that's in your hair, and that's it. Nothing else is being allowed in because it's sealed by the coconut oil, or depending on what other oil you are using. So that's why it's very important to do it at the end than at the beginning of the styling process. And you don't have to use coconut oil. Coconut oil is just what's worked for me. I've tried so many oils before I've finally just settled with coconut oil. What did I try before? I think I used to use extra virgin olive oil because that was the thing that I had around, and I will admit it was a lot cheaper than getting coconut oil. That one was good, but I think I didn't have the right one. I think that's probably why it used to just get too liquidy, or I might have used too much. Another one was almond oil. That one was good. I did enjoy using that. And jojoba oil is very good as well. And tea tree oil is very good for your scalp. I will admit I do like to use that for my scalp more. And I do use peppermint oil as well for my scalp, because that helps promote hair growth. Because what it does, it sounds weird when I say it, it like awakens your scalp and hair follicles so that it starts to generate more blood circulation. So that's what helps promote hair growth with peppermint oil. And Jamaican black castor oil as well is really good. I'm struggling to get hold of it because every time I look online it seems to be out of stock, but that's really good as well because that promotes your hair to get thicker and grow more. And yeah, those are the oils that you can try out, and yeah, just experiment and explore to see what works for your curly hair. Another curly hair tip as well to promote healthy curly hair is protective styles. Like, they're something you really need as much as possible for curly hair. I do like to wear my hair out curly when I can on the first couple of days, but towards the end of the week, like today, I like to either have it up in a bun like this, or a pineapple, or braids. I might do braids tomorrow actually, but braids, you can do like little braids, twist outs is good. I did Brooks braids as well recently. That's a good protective style because you can have that in for a long time. I had mine in for a month. Weaves is a really good protective style. I used to have a weave, when was it? I had a weave most of 2018, and that was really good to help promote my hair growth and to keep my hair healthy as well, because it's just finding a hairstyle that, like this, gets it all together and either allows all the strands to work together all together like this, because when your hair strands are just like out and loose by themselves, they're more prone for hair damage, whereas this is all protected really well. Even there might be some, of course, this outer surface here, the inside of your hair is all moisturised and all just keeping safe, and because of that it will allow more hair growth. And yeah, protective styles are really good. There's so many you can do. You could do like, yeah, this bun, a side bun. You could do like a little twist with a side bun, a messy bun, and there's so many varieties on YouTube. And yeah, just try and find different ones that work for you. So the next tip that I have is I avoid products that contain certain ingredients. So these ingredients that I avoid is sulfates, silicones, alcohol and parabens. So if you recognize those ingredients, I got that mainly from the Curly Girl method. I used to follow that, but I don't as much now. There's certain things that I picked from there, and I picked and choose from them. I can do another video next week about that, on the Curly Girl method more, if people want more information on that, because it is a bit of a not a heavy topic, but get some more idea of what the Curly Girl method is and try it out, see if it works for you. But I just pick and choose certain things from it. So with sulfate is commonly in shampoos, so I don't use any sulfate shampoos at all. I used to use like Dove was my main one, I think, and the olive oil one, I think there's that ORS ones, and organics, and they used to have sulfates in it like in early 2000s up to like 2013. And of course I didn't realize sulfate is like used in cleaning ingredients as well. Like, you know, when we're spraying down the surface on something and we're cleaning something up, it's usually got a sulfate in it, and sulfate is something that cleans things, like really cleans things away. And of course when it's cleaning something, it's stripping something away. So with the sulfate shampoo, what it does is, even though it's cleaning your hair, which is good, the really bad thing that's happening is it's stripping out your natural oils of your natural hair. And you don't want that, because with curly hair you need those oils in your hair, and if that's stripped out, that will leave your hair really dry, which you don't want. You want to have your hair moisturized. So the shampoo that I like to use is this one. Oh my god, this is the best one. I have used this, it's been a staple really. I don't use any other shampoo at all. Yeah, I don't use any other one. This one works really well for me. I use it once a month. I only shampoo my hair once a month, just to clarify my curly hair. And this works really great. It's sulfate free, it's silicone free, alcohol free, everything. This is like a Curly Girl method stapled hair product, but this one's really good. And at the moment as well, you can get this from Boots at a really good price. It's usually about $10.99 or $12.99 roughly, and of course that's a bit expensive. Whereas at the moment what they're doing is buy one get one half price, which is really good. So I have done a pretty shop with them to get this offer. So yeah, try and get this offer when you can. I'm not sure when it ends, but when I looked the other day I was like, yes, save some money. And of course when you use it once a month, this is a big bottle as well. I've probably had this since January or maybe last year. I can't remember when I had to buy one, which is insane. That just shows how long this can last. I do also make this last by using a bottle with a nozzle, so like one of those like tube things, and I put just a little bit of shampoo and then some water, and I just move it around like this, and then I squeeze it into my scalp up here. And I only focus on the scalp when I'm shampooing my hair. That's something else as well, that's a good tip, because it just cause knots and tangles. Whereas at the scalp, you're getting off that grime, that dirt, all of that stuff that's making your hair feel dirty. And yeah, I also do the same as well when I'm co-washing. When I use a conditioner, I always make sure that I am going at the scalp here first of my cleansing conditioner, or just a normal conditioner for the co-wash, and then I start to bring it down throughout my hair. And I sometimes detangle with my tangle teaser in the shower as well, just to get any further knots out. And saying about conditioners, I brought this conditioner today. I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking forward to trying it this evening. I'll let you guys know on Instagram what I think of it. It looks good, but this does not have any sulfates, none of that BS, silicones, alcohol, parabens, none of the bad stuff that will damage my curly hair. So you can use any kind of conditioner really like this as a cleansing conditioner, or you can, if you want to, find one that says co-wash conditioner, like As I Am do one, Can2 do one, and Shea Moisture do one as well. and they just say co-wash or cleansing conditioner, and I've tried all those ones and they are all just as good. But with silicone, that's another ingredient I really try to avoid as much as possible, because silicone is in most conditioners and it's commonly in those, and same with leave-in conditioners and deep conditioners. So always check those ones, or you can check on naturalcurlyhair.com, or I've posted on my Instagram page as well what certain hair brands are best for natural hair products that avoid sulfates, silicones, alcohol and parabens. And with silicone, what that product does, it is good, or is well known for, to help detangle your hair. However, the silicone is something that coats your hair like a coconut oil or any oil that you use. And what happens, of course, again, a product that coats your hair doesn't allow any other product to go in your hair. So if you use a conditioner, wash it out, the silicone is still on your curly hair, and then you try and put a deep treatment mask on, a leave-in conditioner, and your coconut curling cream and your curling jelly or gel, and what will happen is all those products in your curly hair will weigh down your hair, and it will make it just look funny looking, it will make it look dry after time as well, and it could cause, again, knotting of your curly hair and of course damage. So silicone is something to avoid. I should have said this straight after the deep conditioners, but I forgot about this one. But drying your hair is another thing to be cautious of. I don't use towels. I haven't used a towel since I went natural. When I used to wrap my hair with a towel, I would think, oh, it's drying my hair, this is all good, not realising it was actually soaking out all the water, all the moisture of my conditioners out completely, because that's what a towel does. It helps just dry your body, but of course, where it helps dry your body, anything else that you've got will just get soaked up. So my hair, when I used to take it out of the towel, would look really frizzy and just look really dry, and I couldn't figure out why. And of course, the towel was one of the reasons why. What I use instead now is I use a microfiber towel. I got this in a promo a couple of years ago when I brought a Shea Moisture product, and this came along with it. It was quite a nice surprise. But this is really good as it helps dry my hair, but it doesn't soak up all the moisture of the deep conditioner that I've used or a conditioner that I've used. My hair still feels really moisturized, which is phenomenal, but it would just soak out some of the water. It doesn't soak out all the water though, which is good, because you don't want your hair completely dry when you're ready to do the styling process of your curly hair routine. So microfiber towel is good. If you can't get a microfiber towel, you can just use an old t-shirt, and that works just as well. I used to do that a lot, because what it does, these, if you can see it on this material is a lot smoother, whereas a towel is very rough kind of surface, and because of that rough surface, that causes the dryness of your hair, and also as well, it would kind of like tug on some of your curly hair strands, and that would cause frizz, whereas this doesn't do that, which is really good. And same with a t-shirt, doesn't have that, like this top, it's just a smooth surface. So that's something that you just need to look for when you're looking to dry your curly hair. One of the other things as well, I sleep with a satin pillowcase like this. I love it because it's just so nice and smooth, and it's really good for your skin as well. Like, I used to have really spotty skin, but since I sleep on a satin pillowcase, my skin has been really good. And yeah, this is really good to use. Or if you can't get hold of a satin pillowcase, you could just use a hair scarf like this. So you could just divide it into two, like so. And then if you just put your hair up in a pineapple, or if you're putting your hair in a low bun, you can just do it that way. Or if you've got your hair up in a pineapple or a high bun like this, you could just do it that way, and then yeah, to just protect your curly hair. Because with a satin pillowcase, compared to this sort of pillowcase, with a cotton one, it will, again, similar to a towel, it will soak up any moisture that you've got in your curly hair. So I didn't realise this, and it made sense to me after some time, because I noticed, even when I look back on it when I was younger, my curly hair would always feel dry the next morning, and it wouldn't make sense to me. So it's because of that, that's what was causing it. So try and avoid those kind of pillows. So I've got two just for decoration for my bed, and I sleep on this. So this is great because it doesn't do that. It doesn't soak my curly hair, and it's just so nice and smooth. And yeah, satin pillowcase is a great tip. And last tip of all is love your curly hair. Don't go after anyone else's curly hair, because I will admit I fell into that trap when I first started going natural. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I watched a lot of people who had like free A hair or free B hair, and I felt like when people were going natural, that kind of curly hair was like made popular because people thought that looked better. And I think there was a lot of advertisements on curly hair, and they structured it so that it was more the free A, and the free B was the more appealing curly hair type. And that was the kind of hair type that I would want to have. However, I don't have that curly hair type. My hair type is probably about 3C and 4A curly hair type. You can have more than one curly hair type in your hair. And I think because I was using the products of what they were using, my curly hair was not reflecting that, and I used to get frustrated, and I didn't treat it well because I wasn't understanding what my curly hair was, because I started to fantasize of someone else's curly hair, and I was like, that's what I want, and I'm gonna make it look like that. And that's not how you should be taking care of your curly hair. You've got to just learn what your curly hair type is, learn to love it and embrace it, because once you do that, your curly hair just comes through so well, and it will grow so much better, and you'll look healthier. And your curly hair is to complement you, it's tailored to you. And once you know and understand that, the beauty of your curly hair will just elevate more. Yeah, just love your curly hair and know that you are beautiful no matter what curly hair type you have. And also as well, be patient. That was something I did not have. I had no patience when I first started going natural. I think when I started going natural, I thought after a month, I thought my hair would just be like popping, the curls would be there, the length would be there. It's not like that. It doesn't take a month. It takes at least 12 to 16 months when you first start your curly hair journey for your natural hair to really come through and the curls to really start popping and looking really good. And I was just like, I'm not having none of that. I would try every kind of thing to try and speed it up. I would try like hair growth, vitamin, gummy things. I tried the sugar bear, and I would think like, yeah, it's gonna make my curly hair grow faster, I'm gonna get the results quicker. That's not how it is. It takes time. Learn to enjoy the time. That's something that I would just also say as well. Enjoy it, because you will have that TLC time to just relax, to chill, to learn what your curly hair likes. I hope you like these curly hair tips that I've shared with you. If you do, please like, and also comment below on any other things that I might have missed, or any questions that you have on curly hair tips. I'm more than happy to help out. And also let me know as well if you want to see a curly girl method hair video, because I'll post that. And if there's any other questions that you have as well, I will include that into the next video. And don't forget to subscribe as well, so you can keep up to date on any hair videos that I upload. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.